Hi friends, this is the writing lesson for second and third grade. Today we are going to be working on our brainstorm for our invention writing. The past couple days we've been going over the different inventions that we learned about, and today we're going to start writing on our graphic organizer. You need to make sure that you have this graphic organizer to write on that says invention on the top. If you do not have it, you can go to Canvas and print one out. I have posted one there for you. It's important that you have this specific one because when you get down into your reasons, it's different than our iguana one. You also need your green sentence starters paper. Again, if you don't have that, there is one posted for you in Canvas. Now, the other things that I posted in Canvas, you can decide if you want to pull those up or print them out. One of them for my second graders looks like this. This is all of the inventions that we talked about the past couple days. I put everything in one spot from all of my groups. So we have tons of information about the inventions. For my third graders, we are focusing on two different inventions. So I took the information that we talked about and put it all in one spot. Now, also, if you want to print out, I gave some suggestions for a hook. Last time we did a hook and we asked a question. So I added a couple questions for some different hooks, but I also added something else. Sometimes we are able to use some dialogue or like state of fact. And so I added one of those for each of these things. Now, this is the second grade one. So for third graders, you just have the telephone and the light bulb. Now, if you don't like the way these are and you want to do something similar, you are more than welcome to change it up a little bit. You also, of course, need a pencil. So once you have all those things, we're going to go ahead and get started. Today, we are going to write our topic, our hook, our topic sentence, and our concluding sentence at the very bottom. So let's get going. So please start by writing your name at the top. And our topic today is called Helpful Inventions. And actually, we should probably write a helpful invention because we're talking about just one. As always, you guys know if you need to pause the video at any time to catch up on your writing, go ahead and do so. All right, so for our hook, you need to make sure that you've made a decision on which invention you're going to write about. Now, I have chosen the telephone, but you can choose any of the inventions that we discussed. Here's my second grade list, and my third graders, you have the light bulb and the telephone. Okay, so your paper, especially if you're not writing on the telephone, is going to look very different than my paper. So what we're going to do first is we are going to start with our hook. Now, again, if you're a third grader watching this, I want you just to ignore, when I show this, ignore the window clearing and ignore the cleaning robot because you guys read about those last year. But if you have it on your own paper in front of you, it just has those just like that, but they're exactly the same. Okay, so I am looking at my telephone hooks, and I personally just like a simple question. I think the question engages the reader, but everyone has their own writing style. So if you would like to use a one with the quotation marks, go ahead. You can copy it exactly as is. So if you need to pause the video so you can copy it right now, that is totally fine. There's also two options for each type of question. One is asking your reader, did you know that blank invented the blank? And the other one is, do you think that the blank is a helpful invention? And then for Thomas Edison, his is a little different, that he failed many times before inventing the light bulb, because that was a big part of learning about Thomas Edison. So go ahead, choose what you want to write for your hook As a reminder, third graders, do not write on window clearing device and do not write on cleaning robot. Now, of course, if you wrote one of the questions, make sure you end with a question mark. Make sure you started with a capital. Make sure you fit everything in that you need to fit in on your hook. Again, if you want to look at the chart, you can pause the video, you can go on Canvas, and you can use one of my hooks to grab your reader's attention. Now, for the topic sentence, we are going to use our green sheet. We're going to use one of these up here. Remember, these don't always work for everything. So we're not going to do the worst. You probably are going to want to do I believe, or in my opinion, that's my favorite, or I think. Those are probably the best ones. You could also do the best. It might sound a little weird, but you can probably make it work. So go ahead, choose a sentence starter that you like, and start by writing that in your topic sentence. Now, this is going to be a long sentence, so do not write too big. Why did I write in your opinion? In my opinion, this is my writing. In my opinion. If you need to pause the video, go ahead. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to introduce, even if you already said the name up here, you're going to introduce the inventor, and then you're going to introduce what they invented, and you're going to end by saying that it's a helpful invention. So go ahead and watch how I do it first, and then you can fill in how the people, the person, and the invention and how it's going to work for you. So in my opinion, I'm going to say the inventor's name, Alexander Graham. And yes, you must write Alexander Graham Bell. That is his name. That is what he goes by. Now, I'm going to put an apostrophe S. Remember that apostrophes show ownership. So we are showing that Alexander Graham Bell owns this invention. So Alexander Graham Bell's invention of the telephone and I'm probably going to run out of room, is the most helpful invention that, now, if you run out of room like I did, you can go to the back, you can try and squeeze it in right here if you don't have much more, which I don't, so I'm going to leave it all right on this front page. My class read about. Okay, so you are going to fill it in. You're going to put whoever your inventor is and whatever that invention is. You're going to, whatever I underline, you're going to change to fit what you're writing about. I am writing about the telephone. Alexander Graham Bell is my inventor, and I wrote about the telephone right there. So pause the video, write your topic sentence, and when you're ready, press play. Okay, we're going to skip this middle chunk again. Remember, we did that last time with our iguana writing, and we're going to scoot down to the bottom part. So we're going to do our concluding sentence. In our concluding sentence, you're going to use one of these starters. You can pretty much use any. My favorite is as you can see, but I also really like in conclusion or clearly. So go ahead, choose which one you want to do. I'm going to do as you can see. Now, if you remember, this conclusion sentence is pretty much the same as our topic sentence. So we're pretty much going to use that same thing. So again, you might run out of room. I probably will. but you can do it right here, or you can do it on the back. So as you can see, Alexander, and if you want to watch me first so you know how to do it. Is the most helpful. And see how I'm kind of going a little bit out? That's totally fine. That my class read about. Okay, so take some time, write your concluding sentence. Remember, you are filling in your inventor and your invention. Okay, then together, when you come to small groups today, we are going to write the insides of our invention opinion. Okay, we're going to explain the reasons and give some examples. All right, friends, I will see you in small groups. Please, please, please make sure this gets done, and I will talk to you later. Great job.